goes to killing.
Hello guys, today we are gonna talk about top 10 action series on Netflix. Video is gonna be really interesting, so stay tuned till the end. Before we proceed, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you do not miss videos like this. Let's start with the popular series Arrow. This series came out in the year 2012 and it has a total of 8 seasons. This series is based on the DC Comics on a character named as the Arrow. This series is about a multi-millionaire playboy named as Oliver Queen who takes up a vigilante persona of a character named as Arrow to fight crime and corruption in the city. After mastering the skill of archery on a deserted island, he takes up this role. This series has a lot of DC superhero crossovers and it is a must watch for a DC superhero fan. This series has a rating of 7.5 out of 10 on IMDB. Next we are going to talk about an action fiction series named as Frontier. This series has a total of 3 seasons and we get to see Jason Momoa in the lead role, who plays the character of Declan Harp in this series.
The man cares only about his own gains. He's an animal. Killing him is not enough.
This series is set up in 1700 where a lot of money is to be made in fur trade. Declan Harp is an outlaw who leads a campaign against the Hudson Bay Company's monopoly in fur trade in Canada. Lord Benton on the other hand is bent on restoring the company's stranglehold on fur trade and is on a mission to stamp out Declan Harp, who turns out to be an old ally, and sets up bounty hunters against him. So what happens to him next? You need to watch the series to find out. This series has a rating of 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. Next we are going to talk about 2015's action drama series Jessica Jones. This series has a total of 3 seasons and it is based on Marvel Comics.
What do you want to know?
Can you punch through a wall? Stop a moving car?
Something happens in Jessica's life due to which her superhero career is finished. Because of that, she settles in New York and opens her own detective agency. After Jessica meets an intelligent psychopath, he advises her to make her relationship better with Trish so that she could take him down. So what happens to her next? You need to watch this series to find out, as it has a lot of challenges and thrills and excitement with it. This series has a rating of 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb. This series is not suited for kids as it is based on a graphic novel which is best suited for adults. Next we are going to talk about 2014's action drama series Marco Polo. This series has a total of 2 seasons. This series is about a merchant and an adventurer named as Marco Polo who travels across Europe and Asia. He lands up as a prisoner in the palace of Kublai Khan, who is a 13th century Mongolian emperor. So what happens next to Marco Polo and how does he start his friendship with Kublai Khan? You need to watch this series to find out, which is really good and amazing.
Better to take everything from him first. His empress, his children, and finally his throne.
Also, we get to see a lot of invasions from enemies to take up the throne. The action sequences and the storytelling in this series is really amazing. It is a must watch for war action drama lovers. This series has a rating of 8 out of 10 on IMDb. Next we are going to talk about an action drama series named as Titans. This series has a total of 3 seasons and it is based on DC Comics characters Titans. One difference from the widely popular Teen Titans show is that this series is set up on a dark tone for which DC Universe is known for. This series is about Dick Grayson, whose alternate persona is a vigilante named as Robin, and it is shown how his life is turned out after leaving Batman.
Nothing bad's gonna happen to you, don't worry.
Taking care of a kid is complicated. You know that better than anyone.
Dick Grayson forms a team of superheroes to fight crime and supervillains in the city. Also, he develops a very good bond with a kid named as Rachel. So who is Rachel and what does she exactly mean to him? You need to watch this series to find out. This series has a rating of 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. Next we are going to talk about an action drama series named as Queen of the South. This series has a total of 5 seasons and it is about a girl named Teresa.
We can run the East Coast.
Teresa's boyfriend, who is a drug peddler, is murdered by a cartel boss. To take revenge, she travels to the US where she sets out to become a drug lord so that she could avenge her lover's death. So will she be successful in doing so or not? You need to watch this series to find out.
The business is growing. I don't want this to become a bloodbath.
This series has a rating of 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb. Next we are going to talk about an action fiction series known as The Punisher. This series has a total of 2 seasons and it is based on Marvel Comics. This series is about a man named Frank Castle who tries to take revenge against ruthless criminals who are responsible for the death of his family members.
I'm the one who does the killing.
He soon starts a war against New York's criminals. So what happens to him next? You need to watch this series to find out. This series is a must watch if you are a Marvel fan. This series has a rating of 8.5 out of 10 on IMDB. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, then make sure you subscribe to it so you do not miss videos like this. Next we are going to talk about an action drama series named as Gotham. This series has a total of 5 seasons.
The star of the show! You don't have to do this!
This is all for you, Bruce.
When Thomas and Martha Wayne are murdered, James Gordon is the detective who takes up their case to solve it. And Gotham is a city where a lot of crimes takes. Most of you would have already guessed this series is about our most beloved character Batman. In this series we get to know each and every event that happens in Gotham City and in Batman's life, which most of you might not be aware of, as we do not get to see that in the movies. Hence this series is a must watch if you are a Batman fan. This series has a rating of 7.8 out of 10 on IMDB. If you haven't already liked the video, then make sure you hit the thumbs up so that it motivates me to make more videos like this. Next we are gonna talk about a superhero action fiction series named as Daredevil. It has a total of 3 seasons and it is based on the widely popular Marvel character known as Daredevil. This series is about a blind lawyer named as Matt Murdock who is blind from his childhood.
You're blind, but you see so much.
I hear things.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts. I'm gonna train you. Use it.
Matt Murdock takes up an alternate persona of a character named as Daredevil who has a lot of super abilities to fight crimes and villains in the city. So what happens to him next? You need to watch the series to find out. This series has a rating of 8.6 out of 10 on IMDb. According to us, the #1 action series on Netflix is The Vikings. It is an action drama series that came out in the year 2013 and it has a total of 6 seasons. The sequel to this, named as Vikings Valhalla, is also available on Netflix.
Different. And used axes. Most was tall as giants.
I have never in my life seen men fight as these Northmen fight.
This series has a rating of 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb. If there is a series that could match the level of hype and expectations as Game of Thrones, there is none other series better than the Vikings that could live up to that. This series is about Ragnar Lothbrok, a legendary Norse hero who is a mere farmer and he rises up to become a fearless warrior and the commander of the Viking tribes with the support of his equally ferocious family. So what happens to him next? You need to watch this series to find out. If you want to know about the top 10 series and movie recommendations on Netflix, then make sure you subscribe to our channel so you do not miss videos like this.